Welcome to another episode here in Yabong Pilipinas, and for today's episode, we will be talking about reproductive morphology. So for the past two episodes, ang topic natin ay vegetative morphology. So those are the vegetative parts of our crops, which are the roots, the stems, and the leaves. We also discuss specialized organs for each of them. So mga modified roots, modified stems, and yung modified leaves natin. And for this video, we will talk about reproductive morphology. So here, and dito involves yung flowers natin, yung fruits natin, and ayun, ito yung mga structures na important when it comes to reproduction sa ating crops. So let us start with what is the function of the flower. So the flower's main job is to attract pollinators. Sexual reproduction, sila dyan, nagmumula yung mga seeds na ginagamit din natin to reproduce as well. So flower, then fruit, then magpuproduce sila na seeds. So ayan, they are brightly colored other than green, yung mga petals nila. And the petals enclose the fertile parts, which are the stamen and yung carpel or yung pistil natin. Ayan. So, ayan ang function ng flower. So, here are some of the flower parts. So, I want to ask you if you're familiar with whorls. So, yung mga whorls natin, perhaps this is also a topic in, I don't know if sa breeding ba or sa physiology, pero, and either way, ito siya. So yung whorl, it is a circular arrangement of the flower parts that are attached at the same level around the stem. So just think of it na sa isang level, ang yung mga magkakapantay, sila yung isang whorl. So in the technicality, ito siya. So ito yung flower parts. Tapos, para siyang layers ng sandwich. So in order for us to visualize yung whorl itself, so let's try to think of it as a burger. So let's say for example, yung pinakababang part ay yung sepals, also known as the calyx or calyx. Bahala na kayo kung anong pag-pronounce nyo doon. Pero ang sepals, siya yung outermost na whorl. So if we will look at the burger on the bird's eye view, ibig sabihin sa top, kunwari. Kunwari ito yung burger. Ayan. From this perspective. Ayan. So yung pinakababang layer or yung bottom na bun, ayun yung sepals or the outermost whorl. Generally green and leaf-like. So ang pinaka magandang example nito ay yung gumamela. Yung green na nasa baba, so those are the sepals or calyx natin. So they protect the flower in the bud stage. So yung mga calyx, yung mga sepals, sila yung nagpo-protect sa bud kapag naka-close pa siya. Okay, so the next naman na layer or level ay yung petals or yung corolla. So these are the colorful, non-green, leaf-like whorl next to the calyx. So they attract pollinators. So ito na yung petals mismo. So sepals yung green, then petals yung next. Then we have the androecium or yung stamens naman natin. So the androecium is the pollen-producing part of the flower, generally consists of the anther and its stalk called the filament. So, pwedeng ganon. Then, yung innermost whorl natin is yung pistil. Ayan, or yung gynoecium. So, kaya pinoprotektahan to kasi ito yung nagre-reproduce ng fruits. Siya yung nagpo-produce ng fruits natin. So, the innermost whorl of a flower, ayun yung pistil. So, collectively, kapag titingnan natin, kasi mayroon mga ibang halaman na yung kanilang calyx and yung kanilang corolla. Ayan. May mga ilan na parang merge sila. So, ang tawag naman dun ay tepal. Tepal. T-E-P-A-L. Then, kapag pinagsama mo yung dalawang yan, like collectively, yung calyx and corolla, ang tawag sa kanila ay perianth. Ayan. So, perianth. So, titingnan natin dito sa illustration na mismo ng flower. So, ito yung anther. Ang filament, ito. So, this is in the case of gumamela, I guess ito yung pinaka dito. Then we have here the sepal, ito yung leaf-like. Then ito yung petal. Nasa loob yung ovules. Ito, pedicel. Pedicel yung nagko-connect papunta sa stem. Then may bract dito. Then, what else? So, ovary is itong buong ito. Nasa loob ng ovary, yung ovules. Yan. So, yung ovules, sila yung nagiging seeds in the future. Then, what else? Ayan. Anther and filament, collectively, they are called the stamen or the androecium. Then, yung stigma, ay yung tip. Then, style, yung parang passageway. And yung ovary, they are collectively known as the pistil or yung gynoecium. Ayan. So, ang petal tapos yung sepal natin or yung corolla and calyx and collectively, tawag sa kanila ay perianth. So, ganito yung mga karaniwan in higher breeding or physiology course, ganito na yung parang nakikita illustration. So, innermost whorl, siya yung pistil, tas itong next na ito naman yung androecium, yung stamen, then ito yung petals, then sepals yung pinaka dulo. So that's somehow on the top view ng ating mga flowers. Yan. Ayun. So stigma is the tip. Ito na. Parang nabanggit ko na itong mga to. Immature seeds are called the ovules. Kasi ang seed, ang kanyang definition is a mature ovule. Ayan. So style is usually a tubular structure between the stigma and the ovary. Ayan. So style. Ayan yung parang pathway dyan. Okay. Ayun lang naman. Ayan. So, ito yung itsura nila. So, may cross-section, tapos meron longitudinal section. Kapag cross-section, meron tayong yung spaces na nandoon ay locule ang tawag. Sa may ovary ito, Ayan. Locule ang tawag sa spaces sa ovary. Then, yung parang connection. So, that's septum. Itong parang bridge from the placenta. Placenta yung gitna. Tapos, yung surrounding ng ovary. So, itong parang bridge dyan, septum, then ito na yung mga ovules. So, ayan. Yung ovary wall. Ovary wall yung surrounding. Locule, yung space. Ayan. Tapos ito na yung mga ovule, yung mga parang seeds dyan. Placenta na sa gitna. Ayan. Funiculus, siya yung nagko-connect from placenta papunta sa papunta sa ovule. So, yung connection na yun. So, that's the funiculus. So, ito siya sa longitudinal section naman. Okay. So, some of the flower variations na meron tayo, actually marami to, pero ang di-discuss ko lang is yung karaniwan nating ginagamit sa breeding. So, we have the flower cycle. So, meron tayong tinatawag na complete flowers and incomplete flowers. So, complete flowers have all four main parts. So, it is complete from the term itself. So, meron siyang sepals, meron siyang petals, meron siyang stamens, meron siyang pistil. So, that's the example of gumamela, let's say for example, and also itong sampagita. So, may sepals siya, meron petals, stamens, pistil na nandiyan. Incomplete flowers naman, they lack one or more of these parts. So, in the case of corn, ayan. So, iba ang reproductive, kasi ng corn, meron siyang tassel, meron siyang ear. Yan. So, we will discuss that more if we go to plant breeding. Then we also have flower sex. So, we have perfect flowers and imperfect flowers. So, perfect flowers have both male and female reproductive parts. So, in one flower, andun siya, kaya siya perfect. Then imperfect flowers have either stamens or pistils, but not both. So in the case of cucumber, let's say, for example, we have a male cucumber, meron din tayong female na cucumber. So between these two, we can see here na yung cucumber na ito yung female, kasi ayan na yung magiging fruit in the future. So ayan no. Ayan. So kumbaga in the human sense, siya yung magbubuntis. So kung sino yung mas may maumbok na mas bulky na flowers, so those are the female cucumber flowers. So now let us go naman sa fruit. So those are the terms na perhaps magagamit nyo kapag nagre-review kayo on breeding, as well. Tas sa production din actually, meron din kayong makikita mga ganun. So what is the function of the fruit? Ang function niya is for propagation. It is composed of the fruit wall and the seeds, and they may be fleshy or with hard shell. And we will discuss the common types of fruit na meron tayo. So let us start with the simple fruits. So simple fruits, these develop from a single ovary of a single flower. So under simple fruits, marami tayo diyang mga different examples. So ito, let us start with the fleshy simple fruits. So meron tayong fleshy simple fruits, then meron ding dry na simple fruits. So first, we have the fleshy drupe. Ayan. So kapag fleshy drupe, it is a fruit with a fleshy outer layer, and a hard inner pit or stone protecting the seed. Ayan. So may inner pit tayo dito. So sa case ng mango ta santol, meron yung mga yan. So fleshy siya. Ayan. Kita naman natin na meron siyang fleshy na outer layer. Then may stone na nakagpo-protect doon sa seed. Kaya ang buto ng mangga at santol, mahirap siya talagang kunin kasi meron siyang protection. Okay, so the other one is fibrous drupe. So again, drupe pa rin to. Yung drupe, meron siyang fleshy drupe, then merong fibrous drupe. So from the term itself, fibrous, so may mga fiber siya. So a type of drupe with a tough, fibrous outer husk covering the seed. Ayan. So in the case of coconut and bully. Ayan. So ito yung kanyang embryo, itong ano na to yung kanyang endosperm. So, ayan. Ito yung fibrous na part, itong husk niya. So, same through here. So, the next one is berry. So, may drupe, then berry. So, sa berry, it is a simple fruit with a fleshy pericarp and multiple seeds. Ayan. So, it has a fleshy pericarp, tas maraming seeds dito. So, usually they are from a single ovary. So, galing sila sa isang flower lang din. Ayun. So, ayan. Examples are tomato, duhat, balimbing. So, yung mga yan. So, those are berries. Then, under berries, meron pa dong, these are true berry, meron dong dalawa pa. So, we have, under berry ay Hesperidium. Ayan. So, ang mga Hesperidium, ito yung ating mga citrus. So, these are type of berries with a leathery rind. Leathery, yung kanyang rind, and segmented, juicy interior. So, segmented. Parang sa dalandan, tas orange, di ba? Kinakot natin sila. Like, hinihimay natin. So, Hesperidium, most of them are citrus. The other one is pepo. So, pepo is another type of berry. So, berry, tas under niya yung Hesperidium, under din niya yung pepo. So, kung doon sa Hesperidium ay meron siyang leathery rind, dito naman ay hard outer rind and the fleshy interior. So, ito, most of them, lahat ng mga pepo, most of the pepo are from the Cucurbitaceae family. So, we have watermelon, kalabasa, ampalaya. Ayan. So, again, meron tayong drupe, then may fleshy drupe, merong fibrous drupe, then we have berry, then under na ng Hesperidium, tapos yung pepo. Then we also have pome or pome. Ayan. So a fruit with a fleshy outer layer and a core containing seeds developing from an inferior ovary. Ayun. So, ang mga example na ito ay yung apple, pear, mansanitas. Ayan. Then, so, ayun na yung mga ano natin, fleshy na simple fruits. Ngayon naman, punta tayo sa dry, simple fruits. Dito nakasama yung mga legumes natin. So, legumes, it's a dry fruit that splits along two seams to release its seeds. So, yung seams, ayun lang yung parang, say for example, in this case ng pea na nasa baba, yung isang hating ganon. So, yung parang balat niya na nakaganon. So, that's one seam Then this is another seam. So to release its seeds, commonly found in the Fabaceae family. So most of the species na nasa Fabaceae family, ayan, so mga legumes sila. Meron din tayo, let's say for example, yung Nara, so Fabaceae din siya, pero later may malalaman tayo na kung anong type yung fruit ng Nara. So it's a different type. So examples in the Philippines are sitaw, patani, kadios, and anything from the Fabaceae family na same characteristic na nagsisplit into two seams. So ayun siya, legume. Next one is nut. So dry, simple fruits. Hard, one-seeded dry fruit that does not split open at maturity. So here, ito siya. We have here pili. So pili is a nut. Then we have schizocarp, and a dry fruit that splits into multiple one-seeded segments. So in the case of Peperomia pellucida or yung ating Ulasiman bato or pansit-pansitan, then we have here makahiya. So ganito ang itsura ng fruit ng makahiya. So nag-split siya into multiple one-seeded segments. So ito, per ganito, meron yang seed. Ayan, per ganyan. So isa siyang fruit, tapos nagkakaroon niya ng mga maliliit siya ng mga one-seeded segments. Save through here sa makahiya. Ito. One-seeded din yan. Ayan. And ito na, yung isa pa, which is Samara. Samara is a dry fruit with a wing-like structure that aids in wind dispersal. So ito na sa taas, it is mahogany. Ayan. So ito yung parang wings niya. So same through sa concept sa weed science. Di ba meron tayong mga papus, yung mga wing-like structures natin. Ayun. Then this is the fruit of Nara. So ito yung wing structure niya. Ito. So that's Samara. Then we also have akin. So akin is a small, dry, one-seeded fruit that does not split open at maturity. So yung sunflower seeds natin, is actually yung akin, and yung strawberry na isa-isang ganito. So isa-isang ganyan ay akin. Yung per seed na nandyan sa ano niya. So as a whole, siya ay isang accessory fruit. Ayan. Pero yung per ganyan, it's akin. Then we have Caryopsis. So it is a type of dry fruit. It is a type of dry fruit in which the seed coat is fused with the pericarp. So ayan, yung seed coat at pericarp, magkasama na sila dyan. So this is common sa mga Fabaceae natin. Yan, rice, corn, wheat, ayan, sa mga grasses. So magkasama or fused yung kanyang seed coat and yung kanyang pericarp. Okay, so those are simple fruits. Ngayon naman sa aggregate fruit tayo. So sa aggregate fruit, these develop from two or more ovaries of one flower. So sa simple fruit, single ovary, single flower. Sa aggregate fruits, two or more ovaries from one flower. So ang mga example nito ay mostly nasa Anaceae family. So Atis tas Guyabano. Ayan. So two or more ovaries from one flower. Then last, we have multiple fruits. So these develop from ovaries of multiple flowers that are closely packed. So in the case of jackfruit and also in the case of pineapple. So yung pineapple, ano yan? Isa rin yung accessory fruit, parang strawberry. Okay, so that's it for this episode. I hope that you have learned something and see you in the next one. And yeah, for the next episodes, I think we will go to physiology or kung ano, breeding or seed science. So I'm actually looking forward to finish yung crop science na this year para I could create more content na sa ibang fields naman sa licensure. So yeah, thank you very much for listening. See you in the next episode. Bye.